Mama in the kitchen, little hands on my knees, asking me who made the stars and who made these trees. I say,
baby, let me tell you about the one over all. We don't bow
to the dollar, we just answer his call. We don't get it perfect, but we walk in the day. When the world feels heavy, we still teach them to pray. We gon' raise them to the light,
to the light,
to the light. Every little step, every stride in his sight. When the fears start talking, we hold them tight. Show them how to stand upright. We gon' raise them to the light, to the light. Teach them how to love, how to live what's right. In a world so crooked, hearts still bright. We gon' raise them to the light.
Daddy at the doorway, watching sons in the yard, telling them, respect your mama, guard your sister's heart.
We open up the scriptures round the table at night,
laughing while we're learning how to walk in that life. They gon' see temptation, they gon' hear every lie. We just plant that wisdom, let the truth multiply. We gon' raise them to the light,
to the light,
to the light. Every little step, every stride in his sight. When the fears start talking, we hold them tight. Show them how to stand upright. We gon' raise them to the light,
to the light.
Teach them how to love, how to live what's right. In a world so crooked, hearts still bright. We gon' raise them to the light. Raise them to the light.
I'll cover them in prayer when I'm weary.
So weary.
I'll cover them in work, keep them near me.
Right here.
If they ever lose their way in the night, they remember what we showed them, what we told them, give sight. We gon' raise them to the light,
To the light.
every little step, every stride in his sight. When the fears start talking, we hold them tight. Show them how to stand upright. We gon' raise them to the light, to the light. Teach them how to love, how to live what's right. In a world so crooked, hearts still bright. We gon' raise them to the light,
To the light.
to the light, to the light. We gon' raise them to the light,
To the light.
to the light, to the light. We gon' raise them to the light.
All right. All right. I had to get a sip of water. My name is Yamsufa Aria, and this is the Real Talk for Real People Study Program, a program designed to study the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, and certainly study his chosen people to find out what mistakes they made that got us in this universal captivity, and how can we rectify this situation. Along with that, studying the enemies of the Most High, because there's a spirit still at play here against the Most High and against his chosen people also. So it's not only me, but my fellow elder brother Cottrell of New York City. He's a student instructor just like I am. And the reason why I say student instructor, because our studies are ongoing and continual, as your studies should be ongoing and continual also. Along with that, we have my lovely Isha, the administrator of the show, Nasanya, who is a contributor of that lovely song, Raise Them to the Light. Raise up your children, train up your children in the way they should go. Thank you, Nasanya. She is the daughter of Zion, and she lends a voice into the ethos by way of her comments and her commentaries. Along with that, another sister of Zion, Sister Ta'i. She lends her voice into the ethos also by way of her comments and her commentaries. Praise Yah. So, because Brother Cottrell studies are rather lengthy, I won't go into any preambles. And so I will introduce Nasanya, Sister Taib, and Brother Cottrell. Nasanya, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you so much. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Holy One of Israel. Of course, you guys, y'all know I'm happy to be back. I'm blessed to be back, ready to get into the studies. I hope everybody had a safe weekend. All praises.
All praises. Thank you, Nasanya. Sister Taib, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot. Sister Taib, yeah, I think I got you on the
Okay.
wrong. Oh, there
I'll
you go.
come to this one.
Okay.
Shalom, 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 family. All praises to the Most High Yah. It is an honor and a blessing to be here in the studies this evening. I'm looking forward to it. All praises. Shalom.
Thank you, Sister Taib. Praise the Most High. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot. Shalom.
Thank you, Brother Yam. Shalom. May the Most High bless you as well, and our whole nation. Bless Yah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving him all praise, honor, and glory to our Creator, the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Thanking him once again for his loving kindness and his tender mercy towards us. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Fellow students. Yes, Brother Cottrell, you were about to say something?
That was a nice song. Y'all making some new songs to the Most High. That's so great.
Thank you, brother. We're very appreciative. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Fellow students, here's how the format of the study will proceed. I will lead the studies off in the book of Mashal. You may be unfamiliar with this name, the Hebrew name. You may be much more familiar with the Greco-Roman/English name, Proverbs, chapter 29. Written by King Salomo and dictated by wisdom and understanding. Brother Cottrell will be concluding the studies in the book of Sheptim, not the Greco-Roman/English name, Judges, but the actual name for this book, Sheptim, which means Judges, by the way. It comes to the conclusion of our brother Samson and Delilah. And not only that, Samson dies with the Philistines. So without further ado, let us get started. Turn to the 29th chapter of the book of Mashal. King Shlomo writes, wisdom and understanding is dictating these writings. He who is often rebuked and harden his neck. If you're often rebuked, you're always correct, and you harden yourself against the correction, will suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. There's no cause. If you're often rebuked and you don't course correct, and you stiff-necked about it, and you don't change yourself, you will suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. You won't have a remedy for it. Simply say, we bring it upon ourselves. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Case in point, look at the likes of this so-called president of these United States of America. Are the people rejoicing? I think not. Excuse me. No, my apologies. I was thinking about the wicked. No. The righteous, when the righteous are in authority, counter against what I just spoke against, the likes of Donald Trump. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, and so they should. But going back to what I previously was thinking, and I was putting the cart before the horse. But when a wicked man moves, the people groan. Aren't we groaning? And white folks groaning? I know we're groaning. Are the Latino groaning? I know we're groaning. So wisdom knows what she's talking about. Whoever loves wisdom makes his father rejoice. Why is that so? Because they're codified with the Most High, and they're led by wisdom and understanding. They have integrity. They don't do what they want to do, how they want to do, and when they want to do. Everything is codified by what they do. But a companion of harlots wastes his whip. Anyone that hangs out with loose women and loose men, they waste their whip. A companion of harlots wastes his whip. The king established the land by justice, or so it should be. But this other king, but he who receives bribes overthrows the very land, because they're accepting bribes, cause and effect. A man who flatters his neighbor. If your neighbor, are you going about flattering your neighbor just for the sake of flattery? You have a plan. And if that neighbor is going about flattering you for no reason, just to be flattering you, they have a plan also. They spread a net for his feet. It's going to entrap you. Don't listen to that flattery. By transgression, an evil man is snared. By what transgression? Not mine, not yours. By his own or her own transgression, an evil man is snared, caught up. But the righteous man, they avoid this. And they sing and rejoice, because they are not transgressing and they're not caught up in their transgressions. So as a result, the righteous sing and rejoice. The righteous consider the cause of the poor. A righteous man and a woman are cognizant and consider the cause of the poor. They think about it. They try to ponder the matter. They try to resolve the matter if they can. But the wicked does not understand such knowledge. The wicked don't give a damn. Let's be honest about it. Wicked folk don't care about poor people. Wicked folk use poor people. I don't say poor. I'm from down south here. I said poor people. And I meant poor people. Poor white people. Poor Israelites. Poor Latinos, and so on and so forth. They don't care about what makes them their situation. They're not trying to alleviate their problem. They don't care less about poor people. They're not trying to solve their problems. That's what wicked people. That's the modus operandi. Now, scoffers, on the other hand, we see it at place with the likes of Donald Trump and Elon Musk of the world. Set a city on fire. Set a city aflame. But a wise man turned away from it. Unlike the Donald Trumps and Elon Musk of the world. They turn away wrath because they're codified by Yah, and they're led by wisdom and understanding. A wise man contends, my apologies. If a wise man contends with a foolish man, listen to me. If a wise man or woman contends with a foolish man, whether the fool rages or laughs, there is no peace. Meaning, you dealing with a fool that rages or dealing with a fool that laughs, cause and effect. You struggling with them, there is no peace. They don't know any peace and they don't want any peace. Whether they're raging and full of wrath, they're laughing. There's no peace. Cause and effect. The bloodthirsty hate the blameless. Brothers and sisters, I'm saddened quite often when I see my brothers and sisters on local and national and international televisions and news asking this question when the question has already been answered. Why y'all don't like us? Why y'all hate us? You don't have to ask that question. Wisdom had already answered the question. The bloodthirsty hate the blameless. That's why they hate you. If you don't know, now you know. The bloodthirsty hate the blameless. But those, on the other hand, counter contrary to those bloodthirsty men or women that hate the blameless, the upright seek his well-being. Now, if someone's seeking your well-being, they're not bloodthirsty and they don't hate you. They are upright and they seek your well-being. Unlike the bloodthirsty, they hate you. The fool vents all his feelings. A fool tell everything they know. They can't keep their mouths shut. They tell everything, what they feel about everything, what they think they feel about everything. Stop telling people all your business. People could care less about your feelings or how you felt about something. Don't be crying out to people. Cry out to the Most High. People don't care nothing about your feelings. That's what a fool does. They let everybody know their business. Keep people out of your business. People don't care nothing about your business. If you want to cry out to the Most High. And keep your business where it need be your business. But a wise man holds them back. A wise man ain't going to tell you all his business. A wise man is not going to tell you all his business because it ain't nobody's business but his business or her business. And they can't solve that problem. Learn how to put guards over your mouth. Stop venting and telling people all your business. It ain't their business. It's your business. And if you want to really solve your business, cry out to the Most High. A ruler pays attention to lies. Excuse me, my apology. Let me restate that. If a ruler pays attention to lies, there could be a ruler in the household. There could be a local ruler. There could be a national ruler. There could be an international ruler. Whatever those rulers are, if they pay attention to lies, all insurgents become wicked. If they see, that's a sin we often say. Children are quite evident of that. And I can speak it in simpler terms so you'd understand. If you have a child in your household that's running awry and telling lies, and another child in the household seeing this child get away with the lie, guess what? You already know the answer. Just like wisdom said about leaders. The poor man and the oppressor have this in common. The poor man and the oppressor, those that oppress, here's what they have in common. Yah gives light to the eyes of both. Yah has created both of them. Meaning, you shouldn't mistreat, abuse, and dominate, and sometimes kill anyone for any reason, certainly because they're poor. And even though they may have been an oppressor, it's the Most High call. The Most High would deal with the likes of Donald Trump and Elon Musk of the world. The Most High breath life into them too. That's what we have both in common. After that, we diverge. Don't be an oppressor, because the Most High will call you upon it. And if you're poor, keep it connected with the Most High. The Most High may hear your cry and alleviate your suffering, because the oppressor is no better than the poor person. And the poor person is no better than the oppressor in the eyes of the Most High. The king who judges the poor with truth. The right king, the right kind of king. You judge the poor with truth, not with your opinions. You judge it with the codification of the Most High, and enlightened by wisdom and understanding. His throne will be established forever. Praise the Most High. The rod and rebuke. The rod and correction gives wisdom. What gives wisdom to children? The rod in conjunction with that correction gives wisdom. But taking it down to a common denominator, but a child left to his self, left to his own inclination, no rod, no rebuke, brings shame to his mother. Cause and effect. No rod, no rebuke, no correction. That child left to himself brings shame to his mother. You can't get away from it. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases. When there are many wicked folks, transgression increases. Don't be overly concerned about it, because wisdom says, but the righteous will see their faults. Don't be angered about it. Don't have anxiety over it, because their transgression increase, because the righteous will see their faults. Correct your son. Correct your son and a daughter. If you do this, he will give you rest. Yes, he will give the light to your soul. Cause and effect. Correction. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. Meaning, where there is no codification to Yah, where there is no wisdom and understanding, enlightening, the people cast off restraint. Meaning they do what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. Cause and effect. But happy is he, the ones that's codified, the Most High, and enlightened by wisdom and understanding. But happy is he who keeps the law. Real happiness.
Yamsuf,
Yes.
my verse reads a lot different.
Read it from it, my friend.
It says, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Exactly.
But he that keeps the law, happy is he. And we've
Praise
heard
Yah,
that before. Where there's no vision, the people perish. I don't know
And
why
they
y'all
certainly do, Brother Koch.
like
They certainly do, my friend. The evidence speaks for itself. Thank you, friend. Brother Koch, anything in additional in that regard?
I'm just curious as to why your book reads different.
Well, you know how they do us, brother. It's called a conspiracy, but we're codified with wisdom and understanding. And I grasp a thing much more deeper with them plagiarizing and playing tricks with the Most High word. And that's why you have to be codified. That's why you have to do your due diligence study and enlightened by wisdom and understanding. So that little conspiracy don't play out. But I'm glad you mentioned that, Brother Katria. That's what they do, brother. That's what a conspiracy looks like. What do yours look like, Nasanya?
Yeah, mine says vision. It says, for the lack of vision, the people lose restraint. But happy is he who heeds instruction.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Nasanya. Sister Tai, what does yours say?
Verse 18.
Sister Tai?
Yes, I guess I was.
Okay, what does yours say?
Mine reads reminiscent of yours. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. But happy is he who keeps the law.
Praise Yah. The bottom line is happy is he who keeps the Most High word, the codified word of the Most High, and enlightened by wisdom and understanding. The bottom line. Thank you, Sister Tai. Thank you, Brother Katria. And thank you, beloved Lasagna. Fellow students, the Most High, wisdom says, a servant will not be corrected by mere words. You can't correct a servant by mere words when they work for you. You can't just tell some people, hey, do this or do that. Some people just don't want to hear it. For though he understands, he will not respond. Sometimes words are not good enough for people who work for you. I've been in that position. I've owned a business. I've been, praise the Most High, I've been a boss of a business. I've owned a business. And I've told people, look here, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And they work for me. And sometimes I didn't put my hands on them. Don't get it twisted. But I did tell them to hit that clock and hit that door. Okay? And wisdom is not telling lie. A servant will not be corrected by mere words. And speaking from my experience and observation, she's quite correct. Excuse me. Do you see a man hasty in his words, quick to run their mouths on? We've seen it. We've seen it in our homes, in our communities, in our jobs, in our families. People are quick to run off at the mouth without any forethought. This is what it looks like. There's more hope for a fool than for him. Stop pumping up at the mouth. Learn to meditate on before you speak the cause and effect of what you're saying. Take ownership of your words. Don't be hasty to put out words to hurt, mistreat, and abuse. But be hasty to put out words that constructive, positive, corrective, and uplifting. Not words based upon your feelings. Stop speaking to people in terms of your feelings and thus regurgitating a whole lot of hasty words that you're going to have to take ownership for. Because wisdom says, there's more hope for a fool than him. Now, you may have someone work for you. We'll put it in terms of this one, 21. Think about this. He who pampers his servant from a child. You got somebody working for you from a child. We have a son in the end. They could have a negative effect, or they could have a positive effect. Okay? It could have a negative effect, or it could have a positive effect. He who pampers his servant from childhood will have him as a son in the end, good or bad. An angry man stirs up strife. An angry person, what do they stir? They don't solve problems. They cause problems. They stir up strife. And a furious man, because they're in their feelings, abound in transgressions. Because they're going to say or do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and when they want to do it. Thus, the end result, cause and effect, abounds in transgressions. A man's pride will bring him low. Nobody else's pride going to bring you low but your own pride. Lying to yourselves and to each other don't work. That's the worst thing in the world, to lie to yourself. Yeah, it's bad for some other people to lie to you, but it's real bad for you to lie to yourself, saying you're something special. You're better than sliced bread. You got all the sense in the world. You don't need nobody. Well, that's a person lifting up with pride. Kind of narcissistic, so to speak. That attitude, that pride will bring him low, cause and effect. But on the other hand, a man or woman that's codified with the Most High and enlightened by wisdom and understanding, but the humble, key word, humble in spirit, will retain honor, but the humble in spirit will retain honor, not the self-righteous fool. Whoever is a partner with a thief hates his own life. Some of you young brothers and young sisters, you like to partner up with thieves. Cause and effect, partnering up with thieves, you hate your own life. What they said, birds of a feather flock together. And they sometimes judge you gift by association. Whoever is a partner with a thief hates himself. Cause and effect. He swears to tell the truth. That person. You may mean to tell the truth. You may have the intention on telling the truth. Because you're partnered up with a thief and you hate your own life, but reveals nothing. You ain't gonna tell nothing on that thief because you're partnered up with. Although you may swear to tell the truth, but reveals nothing. You're part of that crew. A fear of man brings a snare. Stop being afraid of men. That's a snare in itself. Cause you to be full of anxiety. Cause you to have fear in your life. Don't fear no man. It brings a snare fearing man. That's what wisdom says. Stop fearing men. It has an built-in snare. Stop fearing men. Cause you to be deers in the headlights. But whoever trusts in Yah, shall be saved. Not on the fearing of men. Stop it. Many seek the ruler's favor. Everybody is looking to seek the favor of a ruler, whoever that ruler may be, just like they're doing Donald Trump. But is justice coming from Donald Trump? But justice for man comes from Yah. You may see, oh, Donald Trump, I'm your good boy. I tap dance. I do whatever you said, Donald Trump. I'm your good boy. How's that working out for some of you? I suspect not very well, because you got the game twisted. Because whoever trusts in Yah shall be safe. But the justice for man, real justice, comes from Yah, not the likes of Donald Trump and Elon Musk of the world. An unjust man and an abomination to the righteous. It should be. If you inclined to get along with unjust men or women, well, you may not be right. Because there should be a bone of contention there with unjust people. It should be an abomination to you. Now, if you going along to get along with unjust men, you may be just like them. Because it should be an abomination to you, the righteous, an unjust man. Whatever that unjustness is, these people should be an abomination to you. But he who is upright, and the way is an abomination to the wicked. See, you trying to like them, you trying to go along to get along with them, they ain't got no love for you. Stop trying to love on them when they ain't got no love for you. For he who is upright in the way, fortification of Yah, and wisdom and understanding is an abomination to the wicked. They can't stand your dirty guts. You trying to go along to get along. You trying to hang out. You trying to be their friend. They can't stand you. Well, if you're trying to get along with it, you may be just like them. So you need to decide who you with. And stop playing about it, start being about it. It says you on both sides of the coin how this should work out, how this should look. Unjust people should be an abomination to you because you certainly, because you're codified with Yah, you're enlightened by wisdom and understanding, you're an abomination to them. They can't stand you. It's just the way it is. Praise Yah. Thank you, King Salomo. Thank you, wisdom and understanding. Lasagna, any comments on the commentary?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Lasagna. Sister Tai, any comments on the commentaries?
Brother Yamsu, it's always much nourishment that we should ruminate on and glean from. No, sir. All praises to the Most High Yah.
Thank you, sister. All praises. Brother Katria, dear friend, any comments on the commentaries?
Thank you, Brother Young. All praises. Like my sister Tai said, it's a lot to glean from, a lot of jewels to take away from this. And every time you read the book of Proverbs or Mashal, we need to measure ourselves against it. How do we measure up? And where are we deficient with what wisdom is telling us our countenance should be? What really caught my eye in this one was verse 24. It says, whoso is partnered with a thief hates his own soul. He heareth cursing and bereaveth it not. How did these Europeans get this land? Did they steal it?
Yes, sir.
How did they build it? Did they steal our labor?
Yes, sir.
But we want to be partners with them.
I don't.
We want to help them make America great again. They have the
Of course,
site.
there's some of us, Brother Katria.
Yeah, they have the majority of our people thinking that they're Americans, but we don't know the wisdom of our ancestors. We've lost that. So if we knew this wisdom, we would be trying to eke out our own way as a people. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Brother Katria. They're very astute of you and very perceptive. Praise Yah. Fellow student, and promise, my dear friend and fellow elder, Brother Katria, we concluding the studies in the book of September, chapter 16, coming to the conclusion of the strongest man in the universe, and still is, Samson, chapter 16. Brother Katria, may the Most High continue to give you wisdom and understanding and humility, along with Lasagna, Sister Tai, and the students, and in the nation. Praise Yah. You have the mic, my friend.
Thank you, Brother Young. And may the Most High take to heart everything you just said. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah, brother.
And we are grateful for our brother Shimshon, the Shoftim, the judge that stood up in behalf of our people. We know that his life was created by Yah. His mother didn't even ask for him. Matter of fact, the angel came to his mother and told her that Yah was going to bring a deliverer for the nation. So a lot of people criticized Shimshon's actions, like him marrying the Philistines and really being apart from our people. But Yah created him just for what he did. And his path was being led by Yah. Right? We know that Yah made him fall in love with that Philistine for his first wife, right?
Exactly.
Intentionally. He did that intentionally. We're going to see again. Yah got Shimshon in the midst of the Philistines in order to destroy them. In the book of Shoftim, chapter 16, it goes on to say, then went Shimshon to Gaza. Doesn't that name sound familiar?
You're fighting in it right now, brother.
Yeah.
Trying to divvy it up. Steal that.
You remember who conquered it before Shimshon got there? Amongst the tribes of Israel?
Caleb.
Caleb. From what tribe?
The tribe of Yehuda.
All right. So Gaza belongs to the tribe of Yehuda. But we see that our brother Shimshon from the tribe of Dan is floating around in Gaza. And he saw there a harlot. And this is before they wait a minute. We're in the book of Judges, so this is after Caleb took that land. Why the
Mhm.
Philistines still got it, I don't know. But it shows that the Yehudites didn't push out everybody that was in there, namely the Philistines. So he's in Gaza and he saw a harlot and he went into her. Oh, he's an Israelite. He ain't supposed to be sleeping with no prostitutes. But he
Truth be
did.
told. Truth be told.
He did. And he's a Nazarite too. Why are you sleeping with a harlot? And it was told to the Gazites, saying, Shimshon has come hither. And they compassed him in and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city and were quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. And Shimshon lay till midnight and arose at midnight and took the doors of the gates of the city and the two posts and went away with them, bar and all, and put them on his shoulders and carried them up to the top of a hill that is before Hebron. Now, this gate is a city gate. Y'all know what them city gates look like?
Huge.
Post, yeah.
It take more than one man to even open those gates. Much
No,
less,
that's right, brother.
yeah, and it's like two of them. And he broke the gates of the city, put him on his shoulder, and ran up a hill. Ooh-wee. Verse 4 says, it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. We know her, she's famous. And the lords of the Philistine came up unto her and said unto her, entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth. Spin and rip the doors of the gates of the city off. Where that strength come from? And by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver. They're dangling that money before his woman. What's she gonna do? And Delilah said to Shimshon, tell me, I pray thee, wherein is thy great strength lieth? Oh, we know what she gonna do. And wherewith you might be bound and to afflict you. Now, why would he tell that secret?
We just said about that, Brother Cottrell, in the book of Mashal.
Why would he tell her that secret? To be bound and afflicted? You out your mind. And Shimshon said to her, if they bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man. And the lords of the Philistines brought her up to her 7 green withs, which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. What she do? Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. Oh, she down with them. And she said unto him, the Philistines be upon you, Shimshon. And he brake the wits as a thread of tow is broken when he touches the fire. So his strength was not known. And Delilah said to Shimshon, behold, you have mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray, where you might be bound. And he said to her, if they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then I shall be weak and be as any other man. And Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith and said to him, the Philistines are upon you, Samson. And there were liars in wait, abiding in the chamber. And he brake them off from off his arm like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, here too, you have mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith you might be bound. And he said to her, if you weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin and said unto him, the Philistines be upon you, Samson. And he awaked out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. And she said to him, how can you say I love you when your heart is not with me? You have mocked me these 3 times and have not told me wherein your great strength lies. And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words and urged him that his soul was vexed unto death. Damn. That he told her all his heart. And she said unto her, he said and said to her, there have not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto Elohim from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for all the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up this once, for he has showed me all his heart. Then the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand, which is what she wanted. She wanted that money more than she wanted him. And she made him sleep upon her knees. She called for a man, and he caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Shimshon. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as at any other time before and shake myself. And he was not that Yah. He did not know that Yah had departed from him. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass. And he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit, the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. Then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon their God, and to rejoice. For they said, our God has delivered Shimshon, our enemy, into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God. For they said, our God has delivered into our hand our enemy and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. They was sure enough afraid of him, wasn't they? And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, call for Shimshon, that he may make us sport. And they called for Shimshon out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. And Shimshon said unto the lad that had led him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Shimshon made sport. And Shimshon called unto Yah and said, O Yah Elohim, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O Elohim, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. And Shimshon took hold of the 2 middle pillars which are upon the house, and on which it was borne upon, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Shimshon said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might. And the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his lifetime. Then his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Manoah, his father. And he judged Israel for 20 years. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. A tragic story.
Praise Yah. The reason why we study the rock we were hewn from is to get some idea of the mindset of our brothers and sisters. To see, even when they're fallacies, if they course correct, things work out for them in the end. But you have to course correct. You can't continue on with your fallacies. And although a lot of brothers and sisters may take issue with Samson and speak of the skeletons in his closet, what skeletons do you have in your closet? They're still our brother. Praise the Most High. Lasagna, any comments on the commentary?
No. I thought the same thing. I thought this was, most people don't know the story of Samson, and when you really read the story and really take it in, it's a tragic story. It really is. But I'll praise this for Samson. All praise.
Thank you, Lasagna. You're quite correct. It's a tragic, sad story. Praise the Most High. Sister Tae, any comments on the commentary?
Is there echo for me? Can you hear me
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. I hear a little bit of echo. Hold on. Let me turn my mic off, Sister Tae. Okay, Sister Tae, I'm gonna turn my mic off and then you
Let
can
me
speak.
let
I'm
me go
turning
to
it
the
off now.
other. Okay.
I'm gonna turn off my mic and you can speak.
I just found a constant resonating thought when we look at how Samson was vexed to death. He was pestered. And then as we just read in the book of Michal in the 20th chapter, how I believe it is a reflection for us to always consider when we get irritated or frustrated that we typically sometimes act in haste. And it is sometimes to our downfall, just as it was for our brother Shimshon. And it says in Michal, the 29th chapter in Proverbs, in 29 and 20, do you see a man hasty in his words? There's more hope for him, there's more hope for a fool than for him. As we just saw what happened to our brother Shimshon, when he became flustered, when he became irritated, when he lost sight of the Most High, he acted in his own stead and he spoke in haste to his own downfall. All praises to the Most High Yah.
Thank you, Sister Tae. Great point. We just read about it. Praise the Most High. Brother Cartier, any additional comments on the commentaries?
No, sir.
Thank you, Brother Cartier. Fellow students, that concludes our studies, but it doesn't conclude our study. Lasagna, my Esau, the administrator of the show, as a daughter of Zion, Sister Tae, as a daughter of Zion. They've done their due diligence and moral obligation to the nation and to the Most High by lending their voices into the ethos. Simply said, hands that rock the cradle, beginning at home and extending outward. Brother Cottrell and I, as elders, we've done our due diligence and moral obligation as elders, as all elders should be doing, to some extent, shape, form, and fashion, instructing the nation. But the onus does not fall on Lasagna, Sister Tae, or Brother Cottrell, NRI. It's responsibility of all the nation, all hands on deck, to do their due diligence and moral obligation to the Most High in this nation. As far as the Most High is concerned, to listen to the instructions of the Most High, meditate on the Most High word, lean on the Most High word, trust in the Most High word. Let the Most High words be your pathways, enlightened by wisdom and understanding. I know, students, you've been falsely informed that the Most High, the Elohim, is like some old man sitting on a throne that has early on Alzheimer or dementia. Far from the truth. Most High is the creator. The Most High spoke this universe into existence by his word. The Most High doesn't need anything or anyone to assist him in that endeavor. He doesn't need a trifecta. What the Most High needs from you, students, nation, is to heed his counsel by way of his word. The Most High word is working. This universe is in existence because of the Most High word. Meaning, it'll work for you if you apply the Most High word. Simply said, the Most High word works if you work it. You apply, you utilize it. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. So without further ado, I will ask my lovely Isha, Nasanya, to say her shalom's and good nights. I will ask Sister Thais to say her shalom's and good nights. And I will ask Brother Cartriel to close it out for the night. Praise Yah. Nasanya, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Shalom and good night, family.
Thank you, Nasanya. Sister Thais.
Shalom and good night to the whole nation of Israel. Good night, family. Shalom.
Thank you, Sister Thais. Brother Cartriel, your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yam. I did want to say that the Most High is in control. And Shimshon is another example of why nations, the other nations fear us. The Most High don't need a whole army to defeat another nation. He used one man, Shimshon, to finally push out the Philistines that were left in the land of Judah and Gaza. I think that was the Philistines' final blow in that portion of our land. But our enemies fear us because they know that Yah could raise up individuals, much less a whole army, to overthrow them. So we have to put our trust and our confidence in our Creator. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Praise Yah.
We must learn to stop arguing, all this fussing, all this fighting, pointing fingers, throwing shadows, trading mercy for our pride. Hating faces that look like us, same dust, same blood, same crime. We keep burning our own bridges till there's nowhere left to hide. Whole nation undesired, gather, gather, turn your heart to Yah. Hey. Let his name be higher. Whole nation undesired, gather, gather, lay your weapons down now. Praise Yah, praise Yah. Hey, we get lost in little labels, color, language, tribe, and tongue. But the pain feels just the same way, and the mother losing sons. What if love became our banner? What if grace became our law? What if every time we stumble, we just learn and rise once more? Oh, nation undesired, gather, gather, turn your heart to Yah. Let his name be higher. Oh, nation undesired, gather, gather, lay your weapons down now. Praise Yah, oh yeah, praise Yah, oh yeah. Call your brother by his true name, call your sister, lift the hands. We were made to walk together, one heart, one hope, one name.